TVC News at 1 in the nation's capital, where the National Economic Council has approved the release of more food items to the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory to reduce the impact of the rising cost of food and other commodities. That was disclosed at the NEC meeting that the federal government has equally approved the sum of 5 billion naira for each state for the procurement of food items. TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akonde reports.
The National Economic Council has continued to roll out more interventions that will cushion the impact of the withdrawal of subsidy payments. Already there is a disruption to the national life with the rising inflation that has caused a spike in prices of food items, transport and other commodities. The federal government has approved 5 billion naira for each state and trucks of food items and other commodities as a stopgap to push back the current economic hardship.
52% of this money is given to states as grants, while 48% of the 5 billion naira is to be paid back on an installment basis within a period of 2 years, 20 months.
The MSME credit, billions and tens of billions that are being pumped into the market, even under this palliative, as it were. MSME receiving about 75 billion. You have the 100 billion agri credit.
The National Economic Council disclosed that the federal government is yet to provide succor to households and communities impacted by the devastating floods of 2022. This is because some governors of the affected states are yet to submit a comprehensive report on the loss incurred.
Right Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambuwal drew the attention of the Council to the devastating effect.
As the implementation of resolutions reached by the country's highest economic body continues across the country, NEC is also getting presentations and inputs from various stakeholders on how to grow the economy and improve the quality of living.
Objectives of microeconomic stability to be one, to have a high and stable economy, to have low inflation, to reduce unemployment.
Border communities between Nigeria and Niger Republic will also get special attention as they grapple with the biting effects of the border closure and the influx of refugees due to sanctions imposed by ECOWAS on the landlocked West African country. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
For more on this development, public affairs analyst Ahmed Tijani joins me via Zoom from Abuja. Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 1. How effective and sustainable will this effort be in cushioning the impact of fuel subsidy removal?
Well, thank you for having me. I think it's a brilliant initiative by the federal government. I, for one, believe that the original idea of distribution, of cash distribution, will not have worked simply because I believe that the state government and the local government are the closest form of government to the people, and so they know the yearnings and the groanings and the pains of the people and can know exactly where it is that the stopgap measures need to be put in place. And so they understand critically how to deploy these funds that have been given to them by the federal government. However, it is interesting to see if this is a one-time measure or is something that the federal government will look to continue to do on a monthly basis to ensure that states have enough resources to continue to help Nigerians along the way as we grapple with the realities of fuel subsidy removal. I, for one, think it's a brilliant initiative by the federal government because if you look at it, it's not just the 5 billion that has been given to each state, it's also the fact that trucks of food items have also been given to state governments to ensure that there is effective distribution of these food items to their various constituents in their various states. These state governments understand exactly how to go about this, and like I said earlier, they are closer to the people than the federal government, and so they know exactly how to deal with their constraints when it comes to regional palliative.
Mr. Tijani, talking about these food items, trucks of rice that would be given to the state,